All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. This time, we're looking ahead at a Europa League clash that, well, honestly has me a little nervous for Fenerbahce fans. They're taking on Lyon.
Yeah, tough matchup for sure. I mean, it's not impossible, but Fenerbahce really needs a strong showing here.
No kidding. They need a good result. Let's just get that out there. Things aren't exactly looking, great for them right now.
Nope, definitely not. I mean, they're clean on, right? 21st place in the group, just 1 point keeping them from elimination.
Yikes, just 1 point. And to add to that pressure, they haven't kept a clean sheet, not one, in any of their 10 European matches this season.
Yeah, that's a glaring stat right there. And when you look at their record against French teams in general, like it's a little worrisome.
Historically, not great. So, like, what, 23 matches against French teams and only 5 wins? That's not good.
Right. It makes you wonder if there's something about the way French teams play, some tactical approach that just gives Fenerbahce trouble.
It's like there's this stylistic mismatch.
Yeah, maybe. Like, maybe there's this weakness in Fenerbahce's usual game plan that French teams just know how to exploit. And to make matters worse, they've lost all four of their previous games against Lyon.
Ouch. Yeah, I was going to say, didn't a couple of those losses happen in Turkey, too?
Two of them, yep, right on their home turf.
Not exactly a confidence booster.
True, but hey, football can be unpredictable. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, right? And Lyon has been, well, kind of struggling lately themselves. They're on a 3-match winless streak across all competitions.
Yeah, but that winless streak, I don't know, that includes a goalless draw against Toulouse, who are currently, let's be honest, sitting at the very bottom of the French league.
Okay, fair point. Maybe not the most impressive result.
So it might not be the best indicator of how they'll perform against a team, with the quality of Fenerbahce.
That's true. And, to counter that, we've got to consider they're undefeated away from home in the Europa League this season. So it's not like they're pushovers on the road.
Right, right. And for Lyon, a win here is huge. It could secure them a spot in the knockout stage, a spot in the round of 16 with a game to spare. So they definitely have a lot to play for. But how do you think they'll approach this game tactically?
Well, given Fenerbahce's need for a win and Lyon's recent dip in form, I wouldn't be surprised to see Fenerbahce try to come out strong. Real high pressure early on, trying to unsettle Lyon.
Trying to rattle them a bit.
Exactly. But that comes with its own risks. If they can't convert that early pressure into goals, they could leave themselves open to counterattacks. And let me tell you, counterattacking is something Lyon have been very, very good at in this Europa League.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's a bit of a gamble for Fenerbahce, right? Go all out for that early lead or risk getting caught out on the break. It's like that classic, boxer versus grappler scenario.
I like that analogy. You've got Fenerbahce needing to land that knockout punch early on, and then you've got Lyon who can kind of sit back a bit, wait for their opportunity, and then bam.
And we can't forget about individual players who could really influence this match. I mean, Fenerbahce has Edin Džeko, who's been, let's just say, on fire lately.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy has either scored a goal or provided an assist in their last 2 home matches.
He's been directly involved in their last 2 home goals.
Yeah.
And get this, he was a key player in both of their November Europa League wins too, right?
Exactly. The man is a proven goal threat. Fenerbahce will definitely be looking to him to, crack open Lyon's defense.
Lyon's got to keep a close eye on him, that's for sure. But Lyon's got their own danger man up front, Malick Fofana.
Oh, yeah, Fofana's been in great form, too. He's scored in Lyon's last 2 Europa League matches, which is impressive on its own, but get this. Most of his goals and assists, most of his contributions have actually come in away games.
Interesting. So you've got Džeko, the homegrown hero, looking to make an impact on familiar ground, and Fofana, who seems to thrive in those hostile away environments. That sets up a really interesting dynamic.
Definitely. And this match could very well come down to which one of those guys has the better game, the bigger impact.
Absolutely. It'll be a tactical battle for sure. But there's this one last thing about Fenerbahce that just keeps nagging at me. They've conceded the first goal in their last 5, count them, 5 Europa League games.
Yeah, that's a worrying trend, almost like they've developed a habit of starting slow. And against a team like Lyon, a team that knows how to control the tempo, well, that could be a recipe for disaster.
It puts so much pressure on them to fight back from behind, which is never easy.
Especially in a high-stakes game like this.
So to recap, we have Fenerbahce battling to stay alive in the Europa League, going up against a Lyon side that's aiming to secure their spot in the next round. We've got 2 potential game changers in Džeko and Fofana, both in excellent form. But Fenerbahçe has this tendency, to concede early, and that's a big concern.
Yeah, it's a classic David versus Goliath kind of story, but with some, some extra layers of complexity.
It really is. So the big question is, can Fenerbahçe, in front of their home crowd, energized and passionate, overcome this habit of starting slow? Or will Lyon, with their experience and their tactical awareness, take control early and dominate the match? It's something to consider, something to think about. Anyways, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll be back soon to break down more of the most interesting matchups. Until then, keep on analyzing.